Hello frenzy, my name is Kate Shirk and welcome back to Kathy Rain Director's Con. Happy Pride! As always, for this month, I'm not even sure what day it is now. Like, as many of you know, I record early, and then these are usually recorded weeks in advance. I'm not quite sure what day I'm on. I think it's still Pride by the time I'm recording this. It is for me, but I don't know if it'll still be. It doesn't matter. You know, Pride's year-round. Get the fuck over it. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Make sure you check out the Queer Liberation Library. Also consider joining your local library. Leave comments below with small queer-owned businesses to share with everyone so people can check them out. Anyway, we're going to continue on the story here with Kathy Rain because we are now on day 3. Let's see what happens. There we go. Good morning.
Good morning, sunshine.
What are you looking at, sunshine?
I dreamt all those Scrabble losses last night.
Yeah. Oh, what's this?
3 times in a row.
Rub it in, why don't you? I'll just go strangle myself now.
Fun. I swear my mom's been calling me like crazy lately.
Oh, you. Don't be a sore loser. So what's the plan today?
Mr. Wade is the plan. I'll head for the clinic right away. While I'm at it, I'm gonna check out the church and the nature reserve.
Okie dokie. What can I do to help?
Why don't you continue looking into the lights? I have a feeling they're the key to solving all of this. You could also look up the history of Conwell Springs in general, see if anything unusual has been going on.
I'll get right on it.
Great. Thanks, E.
Oh, by the way, don't forget to check out the page I gave you about the red scythe. It's a pretty interesting flower.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, new location added. I don't think we have anything going on right now.
Alright, I'm off. Peace out, E.
Okie dokie. Good luck and see you later.
Looks like her room got cleaned up a little bit. Did she clean that side of the bedroom? Okay, so we got the church, we got that, we got that. Okay, so we got all kinds of things. I'm still trying to figure out how we can... Okay, so let's go to the nature reserve first, and we'll see what's there. Because there's that. And somebody's been digging something.
Well, this is it. This is where the picture was taken.
Excuse me.
I'm not sure what I expected to find here. I need to clear my head.
Well, I don't know if you should be smoking in a nature reserve, but hey, who am I to judge? She said as she drank. Oh my god.
What the?
Why, hello there. You have laid eyes on this dapper fellow once before, haven't you?
Creepy bald dude with makeup. I doubt it. You look like you just escaped from a circus. That's not really my kind of gig. I don't think so, Mr. Clean, unless seeing your face on a bottle of detergent.
I don't think so, Mr. Clean. Unless seeing your face on a bottle of detergent counts.
Don't come any closer.
Always the joker, aren't you, Kathy?
Who are you? How do you know my name?
It is my calling to know people like you. Those shackled by their past, yet yearning for change.
I feel strange. Am I dreaming?
It's the mending. I will try to facilitate.
Don't come near me.
You're not real. I'm lying asleep in my bed right now.
Focus, Kathy. Listen to the drowned girl.
You mean Lily? What about her?
She's the one who slipped away, filled with secrets. While she may be free in death, her cold, wet hands still trap many in painful ignorance.
What is this, Woodstock poetry slam? Mine speaking like a normal person?
I knew you wouldn't disappoint. I'm glad, given how much trouble I went through to be here. You see, my name was taken from me, so I claimed a color in its stead. The next time we meet, you'll know the exact hue of red. You're on the right path, Kathy. Follow your grandfather, and everything will work out in the end.
Hello?
Wait, what? How did I get here? Am I going crazy? Am I turning into Mom?
Oh, wasn't her mom schizophrenic or something? I think. And if you're like when you're in your early 20s is when schizophrenia really kind of kicks up, and a lot of people are diagnosed then.
Some kind of
We knew that.
an old wheelchair.
And I found out that there is a different ending, because I think a lot of people were kind of disappointed with the ending originally, so that's one of the big things they changed with the director's cut, is they gave it a more satisfying ending. I can't remember what the ending was.
A mere single pair of boots on display. Boy, do we live in different worlds.
I can't remember what the ending was, to be perfectly honest with you. Hi, Grandma. Are you? Grandma?
Oh, hello, dear. Glad to see you again so soon.
Hi, Grandma. I just thought I'd drop by.
Sure, hon. Stay as long as you'd like.
Okay. Oh, she's watching television, isn't she? Okay, let's talk to Grandma here for a minute.
There are a few things I need to ask you, Grandma.
Very well, dear.
Botany book expert.
Does this coin mean anything to you, Grandma?
Did I ask about that
I'm
before?
afraid not, dear.
About the key.
Do you recognize this key, Grandma? I found it in the
I
attic.
think I asked her about
I'm
that.
afraid not, dear.
That's fine. I kind of wish it would, like...
What do you see in this picture, Grandma?
I have no idea, but it's quite an eerie display. What is it?
I'm trying to figure that out. I found the picture hidden in the attic.
Oh, come to think of it, the trees do look similar to the ones in Conwell Woods.
Yeah, it was taken somewhere in that area. I found out that the flower in the picture matches a rare local species.
Aren't you clever? Do let me know if you come across anything else.
Okay, so we don't... That was the map, wasn't it?
I don't want to show her that.
Okay.
Do you know anything about this flower, Grandma?
I can't say that I do. I remember seeing it growing in the woods, but I didn't think much of it at the time.
It's funny, whenever I have a question about flowers, I usually ask my grandma too.
I don't see a reason to ask her.
Okay, so there's nothing. We
Well,
don't.
gotta go.
Bye,
Okay, so we got nothing else here going on. I don't think there's anything else. Follow your grandfather is what they said, right? So, let's go over to the clinic. Hey. Wait, isn't that the guy we saw at the, holding cell?
Yep, it's full of trash. Figure that. We meet again, Mr. Homeless Guy.
Homeless? That's the worst thing I ever heard of, and totally untrue.
I mean,
So, what's up with the trash can? Digging for treasure?
Well, I'm just going through a rough patch.
hey, no judgment.
By the way, you owe me $10.
Nah, you agreed to 7.
You're busting my balls here.
Better get those balls checked out in this clinic then.
So cold. Like a stake through the heart.
What do they call you anyway?
Goober. Everyone calls me Goober.
All right, I'm Kathy.
Pleasure to meet you.
So, what's your story anyway?
My story?
Yeah, don't all bums have a story?
For your information, this is all just a dry streak in my showbiz career.
Is that so? I don't recognize you at all.
I used to have more hair.
That I actually believe.
Come on, man. Frankie Gold is my stage name. Surely you must have heard of me.
Frankie Gold.
Not really, no.
Oh, come on. I have starred in dozens of Hollywood movies. The Silence of the Lambert, Jacob's Bladder, The Usual Surprises, Natural Bald Killers.
Not ringing any bells.
Kids these days, no appreciation for quality cinema. Breaks my heart.
I don't think I've ever seen Natural Born Killers all the way through.
Tell me about this acting career of yours.
What about it?
Tell me about...
Lawrence Lambert, a real estate agent, suddenly turns mute overnight. For weeks, he tries to communicate with customers using a self-invented sign language, only to realize that true love needs no communication at all. He marries his housekeeper, who only knows 2 words in English, yes and clean. In the end, Lawrence dies of a heart attack in the arms of his lovely wife, Consuelo Lambert Vasquez.
Wait, Consuelo?
Based on a true story.
Isn't Consuelo a man's name?
I'm not sure I want to know what
This would be
Jacob's
Consuelo.
Bladder is about, but I'm gonna ask anyway.
Jacob's Bladder. The tragic story of Jacob Cobb, a schizophrenic man who forms an imaginary romantic relationship with his bladder. During long and joyful monologues on the can, he starts referring to his nether regions by the name of Jenny. Sadly, before Jacob has a chance to elope with his sweetheart, he gets committed to an asylum due to increasingly erratic behavior.
Well,
After a big fight with his paramour, Jacob refuses to pee for a week, and he dies from a ruptured bladder.
that'll do it.
Give me the rundown.
A lighthearted comedy taking place during the surprise birthday party of 34-year-old Sid McBacon. The story is told from 8 different perspectives to keep the audience guessing who the protagonist actually is. The movie ends with the biggest surprise of them all. Sid suddenly dies of an epileptic seizure. I guess it's more of a dark comedy.
Natural bald.
It's a dystopian vision of the future where people are valued by the quality of their hair. The protagonist, Eddie Zeffig, turns bald in high school. One day, he has simply had enough of all the teasing and the bullying, and he completely snaps and heads out on a scalping spree in search of the perfect head of hair. Eddie makes his way to Mexico for an illegal hair transplant. However, he has an adverse reaction to the anesthesia and he dies on the operating table.
Why does everyone die?
Oh.
Not the culture.
I need to ask you,
Sounds sick.
Okay, let's see here.
what's your opinion on the Church of the Holy Trinity?
I'd say they're good people. Isaac the priest is, anyway. His dad, Father Bill, on the other hand, though, he and the people he had around him were into some weird shit.
What kind of weird shit?
I don't know, they were like a cult or something, with Billy Praise himself at the top. Really shifty bunch of folks. Isaac turned it all around when his dad kicked the bucket, made it a proper church.
Interesting. Do you know anyone else who was involved in the old church?
Not really, I tried to stay as far away from those people as possible. Ask Isaac about it, he's a friendly guy.
All right, I might do that. What do you know about...
Nothing but hearsay, people say it was pretty deranged.
Okay.
Do you know who...
Yep, my dad was the one who found her floating in the lake.
Jeez.
Really? What can you tell me about her?
Ah, geez, not a lot. I mean, teenage girls, man, they're like their own species. Impossible to figure out. Not to mention how that entire family ain't, like, people-friendly.
Now that's an understatement. Nearly started brawling with Sue the first time I met her.
She can sure deal out a mean whooping, that lady.
Okay.
Do you know who Charles Wade is?
Sure, he's been holed up in this clinic for the last couple of weeks.
You saw Charles Wade go in there?
Well, yeah, I just told you, man.
How did he look?
Okay, I guess. Still walking, at least.
Do you know what happened to Joseph Rain in '81?
I most certainly do.
What? Tell me.
Are you sure you want to know? Not everyone...
Oh, just spit it out.
Okay, here we go. Abducted by aliens.
Okay.
I should have known better.
Oh, I saw it, man. A big, huge light. I was a bit drunk at the time, but I had my reasons.
Hey.
My wife had just left me, taking the dog, not to mention I was being conscripted for the war.
81, but war.
But I'm telling you, those goddamn aliens took him and they experimented on him. And that's why he was so messed up when they put him back.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to stop you there.
Open your mind, man.
Do you recognize the nickname Cocky?
Why, I used to call myself that back in Nam. Oh, how I miss that marvelous youthful ego of mine.
Why do I even bother?
Mm,
Do you recognize these men?
That's your granddad, right?
Yeah. What about the other two?
No idea. I think my face blindness is acting up again.
oh God.
Okay. That'd be one Do you know what this key opens?
Your heart, mademoiselle?
Next level
Oh,
robot one.
brother.
I don't know what that means.
Do you know what this is?
Chinese fireworks, of course. I grew up in Shanghai. I know what I'm talking about. They used to call me Dong Pai, meaning round-eyed bull. Those were some rough years.
Jeez.
I miss the food, not to mention the women. Got 2 kids down there now, Mei Lin and little Ping.
Time to hit the off switch now, buddy.
Okay, so let's get out of here. I'm
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
bye.
Okay, so we're all done with that. Let's go into here, see if we can find Charles. Oh,
No thanks.
let's see.
A calendar from 1991. Guess they really liked that year.
She listened to a Walkman, which I just found one. It's not a Walkman per se, but I found a tape cassette thing the other day, and or a cassette player the other day. I'm so
I can't read
excited
it from here.
because now I can actually listen to some cassettes when I'm mowing the yard.
Excuse me, nurse? Hey, nurse!
Yeah?
They don't pay you much, huh?
No shit. What do you want?
I'm here to see Charles Wade.
Never heard of him. Anything else?
Bullshit. I know he's here. Listen, it's okay. I'm a friend of the family.
No, you're not, and I said he's not here. Don't make me call security.
I need to get rid of her somehow. Rows and columns of files. Probably easier to use the computer if I need to do some digging.
I can't. I mean, she's not paying attention. I could just walk up there, right?
No point. I wouldn't even know what room to...
Okay. So let's see if we can get... Goober here to...
Hey, doof.
Oh, hi.
So, how good an actor are you?
The best, the very best.
You know, that nurse in there, she said she loved you in all those movies. And that she always wished you'd give her a live performance.
I knew it. She always gave me these strange looks. I thought it was contempt, but her face must just be cramping up from shyness.
Yeah, that's definitely it. She'd love to see you act, I'm sure.
I'm gonna have to oblige. Which movie do you think she'd like the best?
Oh, I don't know.
Definitely Jacob's bladder.
I'm feeling the pressure. Oh, Jenny, everything is forgiven. You and me were like peas and carrots. I'm just so full of your love that I think I'm about to burst. Jenny, where did you go? Oh, I don't feel so good. Thank you, thank you. You've been a great audience.
Well, that didn't
That
do
wasn't
shit.
really No thanks.
Had to intervene somehow. Okay, so... I can't remember what it is.
Hey, doof.
Oh, hi.
Hey.
Sure.
I've done that one. Silence of the Lambert. What was that one?
Natural bald kill.
Bald move.
Let's try this again. I can't remember what it was. She's got to intervene somehow. So let's see what happens.
Fernando,
I don't want to interrupt the show.
making me whole again.
Smoking allowed. Guess this place is a bit behind on...
Golden carpet, such as the world has never seen. Okay,
My smoke's about a half a
turn it
pack.
down now.
I prefer...
10, 9,
I prefer to smoke...
8, 7, 6. Thank you, thank you. You've been a great audience.
That wasn't...
Electrifying, da 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 da. I gotta shock him. That's what it was. Electrifying, you dipshit.
Hey,
Oh,
Live
Hey.
performances.
sure.
Let's see.
definitely...
I'm fit.
Okay. I forgot. I have that stun gun. And she said electrifying because I'm an idiot. Okay.
Oh, Jenny, everything is forgiven.
Good idea, but it wouldn't match his symptoms.
I'm just so full of your...
NZ
I
500?
think I'm about to burst.
Good.
Jenny, where did you go?
Good idea, but...
So good.
Matches
Thank
symptoms.
you, thank you. You've been a great audience.
Fuck, which one is it? Is it the... He's electrified. Okay, hang on. I gotta remember what this is, because I don't even fucking know.
Hey, doofus.
Oh, huh?
So,
What about it?
why do you always die at the end?
Typecasting.
Tell me...
Lawrence Lambert, for weeks, he tries to communicate with customers using a he marries his house. In the end, based on a...
Okay.
Natural...
It's a distant approach. One day, Eddie makes
Give me the...
a lighthearted comedy. The story is the movie ends,
An epileptic
I guess it's-
seizure. Okay, wait. That one would probably
not
work.
the culture.
Hey,
Sure,
how about...
business.
Because that one would work if he has an epileptic seizure, then it would probably be mimicked by a stun gun.
I can't believe you guys did all this for me.
NZ 500...
You know, what's
There
the
we-
smell? Bacon? Oh, Bobby, my head hurts. I'm seizing.
Nurse! He's seizing!
Oh shit!
Hello.
Man, I feel like a total jackass. I'll have to make it up to the poor guy later.
Okay. Oh shit. To come back to that. Let's see here.
Employee of the month, Carlita Mendez. What a joke. It's that obnoxious nurse.
Carlita Mendez. Okay, so C Mendez. Have to figure this out.
Rows and columns of files.
Okay, C Mendez. Incorrect password. So that's right. So we just gotta figure out.
Employee of the month, Carlita.
1991.
Calendar. Employee.
Making sure I'm not missing anything. So 1991. Fuck. Hold on a minute. Hold on. Maybe do I have?
It's labeled boot.
What if? Hold on.
I've learned.
Let's find this. See if we can.
Crap. Looks like I have to figure out the use.
Okay, 1991.
No thanks.
C. Mendez.
Smoking allowed. A calendar from 1990. Was expecting plastic, but this looks like a real plant.
Hold on a minute.
Crap.
Password.
Looks like I have to figure out the username some other way.
G-O-R-G-A-D-O-R. Okay, so we've got that. Oh crap.
Employee of the month, Carlita Mendez. What a joke. It's that obnoxious nurse.
Okay, so it's gotta be that. Okay, exit and shut down. C. Mendez, which I have right. So let's do this. Okay, so it is O-T-O-R-G-A-D-O-R. There we go. I thought I did. I must have typed it wrong. Okay. What is that? Charles.
Not now.
Hang on. I can't. Wade. I knew it was a W, couldn't think of the word. So let's look up. There we go. 8/14/24. The 14th also, August 14th also happens to be Doc Holliday's birthday. So now you know something. 6B. Okay. Successful invasive heart surgery. 6 to 8 weeks. Okay. Okay, so let's do this. Stable. Okay, I'll go upstairs then. Go to room 6B. There he is.
It's all right, Claude.
Understood, sir.
So, you managed to find me.
I did.
Well, let's get this over with then. How do you want your pictures? Shall I get some tubes to fill my face with? Will that suffice for your front page?
I'm no journalist. Well, not yet anyway.
Ah, she's but a cub. So, you're hoping for your big break. Surely this must be worth an internship at one of the big papers. Do you want me to call Thompson at the Times and get it over with? I still play golf with him every once in a while.
That's not what this is about. It's personal.
Sounds serious. Perhaps I should ask Claude to produce his gun.
You know, Charles, the person most likely to be harmed by a gun tends to be its owner.
Very true. That's something the Japs who captured me learned the hard way.
Did my grandfather bail you out then too, or was that one of the few times where he didn't save your sorry ass?
Hold on there. Explain yourself.
You're willing to listen to something other than your own voice? I'm stunned. I'm Kathy Rain. Joseph was my grandfather.
Now I remember. You were at the funeral.
Was he? I don't remember seeing him there.
You were late.
I needed my morning smoke. Besides, it's not like Grandpa was going anywhere.
Fair.
Oh, just look at her, Claude. She's absolutely fearless. That's Joseph's blood running through her veins.
She certainly has a smart mouth, sir.
I must say, you have me intrigued, Kathy. What can this old man help you with?
Couple things.
Do you recognize the call sign Cocky?
Would be strange if I didn't, since I was the one who coined it. It belongs to a fellow named Jimmy Cochran.
Oh.
He was a coward, really. The nickname is somewhat of a bad joke.
Perfect. Thanks.
Okay, so we got that.
Tell me about Jimmy Cochran. Is he still alive?
In a literal sense. He's been held in a mental institution for years.
Let me guess. Since 81?
Either 82 or 83. I'm fairly certain it was early 83.
Do
Okay.
you remember the name of the institution?
Something starting with an E. Emerson, Everett, or similar.
Ingstrom? Ingstrom Psychiatric Hospital?
Yes, that's the one. You know the place, Kathy.
I do. My mother is in there. Sharon Evans? I had her committed about a year ago.
I see. It must have taken a lot of courage to do that, Kathy. Mothers have a lot of power over us. More than most of us care to admit.
I guess so. Do you know why Jimmy ended up in there?
Some obsessive-compulsive syndrome. He became fixated with circles and started hurting himself, trying to scratch the circles out of his head.
Yikes.
Creepy. I wonder what set him off. I think I'll check the place out tomorrow. Too late to head back to the city now.
Okay, so let's see here.
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather in '81?
I wish I did, Kathy. You must know I did everything in my power to help. How do you think Mary Elizabeth could afford all that expensive treatment? MRIs, neurologists, say what you will about Joseph. But he was never rich.
Strange. Grandma never mentioned that to me.
She's just too proud. At first she refused. She was convinced that I had an agenda, that there were strings attached.
And were there?
Don't be silly. Despite all that had happened, I still loved Joseph dearly. I wanted to help. People from places like this have a deeply rooted mistrust in the rich, passed on for generations. In her eyes, I had become one of them.
So that's all you know about the whole affair?
Are you implying that there's more to know? I left the diagnosis to the professionals. Mrs. Rain accepted the health care, but asked me to stay out of everything else. So I did.
Okay.
I see. What can you tell me about your friendship with Grandpa?
Grandpa.
Joseph was the best friend I ever had. We grew up together, married our high school sweethearts together, went to war together. I can't even begin to count the number of times he's saved my life. I repaid the favor once or twice, but he came up ahead, no doubt.
So, when did you two lose touch? I heard that something happened between you and him. What was it?
The truth is, Brian Rain happened. Sharon Evans happened.
Kathy's
My
parents.
parents?
Yes, they ruined everything with their vile, destructive behavior. I couldn't have that around my daughter or my newborn grandson.
Fair.
Joseph was naive. He believed that anyone could be helped, that anyone could be reasoned with, given a chance. He was just too good, bless him. He should have been harder on Brian, more strict.
I wouldn't mind teaching my old man some manners myself, wherever he is.
Yes,
I was gonna say, I don't think Kathy's dad's a good guy.
This better than anyone. People like your father
'Cause
simply
they-
cannot grasp how far their bad influence spreads. So our family started drifting apart. Eventually, my company grew much too large for this little town, and we moved on. Not long after that, your grandfather ended up in that wheelchair. That marked the end of our friendship, for obvious reasons.
Okay.
You bought a number of paintings by Lily Myers. Why?
I'm known to dabble in art from time to time. Martha, my wife at the time, was enamored with the paintings. I believe she first saw them at the high school which the Myers girl attended. Anyway, after the poor girl killed herself, I bought the paintings speculatively. When a young artist with any talent to speak of commits suicide, it can be a wet dream of certain connoisseurs.
Gross.
Shortly after procuring the art, I had it valued by an expert who determined that the value was 3 times the amount I bought it for.
Stupid.
Today, I'm sure I
Hold
would
on.
have made my money back.
What art theft?
I don't know what that was.
There was a burglary at the mansion I used to own here in town. It was all over the local news at the time.
Well, shit.
Well, shit.
Eloquently put.
Can you tell me about the art theft?
Well, somebody broke in, stole the paintings, and got out. Fairly clumsy job. Lots of broken windows. The strangest thing was that I had a Monet, a Rembrandt, and 2 paintings by
A Rembrandt?
Picasso, untouched. But every single painting by an unknown local artist, gone.
That can't be a coincidence.
No, no way.
Somebody
Especially if you had a Monet and a
paintings
Rembrandt.
badly.
Fuck
I
Picasso.
assume there was an investigation.
Yes, Sheriff Truman came by with his deputy a few hours later, but they didn't have much luck. They found a few hairs, which turned out to be from Ruffles, the family dog.
Some stunning police work right there.
Indeed. There was a single witness, though, who said he could make out multiple burglars leaving the scene of the crime, but nothing more than that.
So, I take it the case was closed?
Yes. I honestly didn't care much one way or the other, given the fact that my most expensive pieces were safe and sound.
I think I'll have a chat with the sheriff about the matter, if that's okay with you.
Certainly. I'll call ahead and instruct him to give you everything you need.
Thank you.
That'd be great. Thanks, Charles.
Anytime. But I'm curious, what's your interest in the paintings?
I've learned that my grandfather went to Sue and asked to see them, right before he had his injury.
Is that so? Strange.
Okay.
What can you tell me about the Church of the Holy Trinity?
They seem like any other church to me. Weddings, baptisms, and funerals are just about what I can muster. And I always leave early.
Okay, so that's all we've got right now. So, let's see here.
Do you recognize this, Charles?
Of course. Your grandfather, me, Jimmy Cochran, taken shortly before we went to the war.
You guys look like you just won the lottery or something.
Indeed. We were mere children, with no concept of what we were getting into.
It's sad.
Do you know what this key opens?
You must be truly desperate if you ask random people a question like that.
Well,
I don't need to. What do you see in this picture, Charles?
Fireflies would be my best guess. They can grow terribly large around these parts.
excuse me. I don't think I have anything else.
I don't need to show. Do you know what this is?
A flower? Why don't you consult a botanist instead of bothering me with this nonsense?
Okay, my bad.
Thanks, Charles.
You're welcome, Kathy. Come back anytime.
I might. Let's see if there's anything else.
Looks like just some boring land. Just some boring.
Make sure there's nothing here I'm missing.
That guy is huge. I wonder how many cows he eats per day.
Oh, be gone. Okay, bye. Okay, so we got all that. It's all good. I don't know how to unlock other motorcycles, is what I really want to do. Oh, here we go. There's the exit. Let's go. He's not going to be out here. I'll have to deal with that, but it's all good for now. I guess we'll have to go talk to that church, and I don't want to do it. Okay. Can we go back here? See what happens. Oh, I gotta talk to the sheriff, don't I? Oh, that's not good.
Hello?
Crazy guy?
Creepy bald guy. Guess no one's home.
I'll pick that up anyway.
That wasn't here before.
What is it? Where'd it go? Rip drawing. Red man. Shovel?
Hey, is this shovel taken? Good enough for me.
Hey, everybody. Okay, so hold on a second. Can we use the shovel on that flower?
Handy little shovel. Not sure what.
Okay, so hold on. I guess we'll just exit. I don't know what I need the shovel for, but Okay, so we got that. I guess we'll go... I think I need to go talk to the sheriff, don't I? Really don't want to talk to this guy right this second. Let's see what we've got. Hey, Padre.
Hello, Father.
Greetings, my child. I'm glad you decided to come here.
Relax.
Yeah, but just so you know, I'm not here to join your church or anything.
Oh, I would never assume that.
Good. So, with that out of the way, I have some questions.
Anything you need. I'm Isaac Price.
Yeah, I know.
Kathy Rain, but I'm guessing you figured that out already.
I did. Rumors spread quickly around here. So how can I be of service?
Do you know anything about what happened to my grandfather in '81?
It was the work of the devil, say that much. Joseph was a kind man. He did not deserve such a fate. You heard my speech at the funeral, Kathy. I meant every word. He was a great man who did much good for this community.
Did you know him personally?
In a way, he and my father did charity work together. Joseph
cult
was around
leader?
a lot when I was young. They collaborated on a few different projects for the homeless and for the troubled youth.
Wonderful.
Among other things.
Until the cult
so
stuff
my
hit.
grandfather was a member of the church?
I wouldn't say that, no. He was a friend of the church, but he wasn't a religious man. He believed only in philanthropy.
It's not necessarily a
That
bad
being
thing.
said, Joseph was the person who convinced me to become a priest.
Wait a minute.
Really?
Oh, yes.
I just clicked something
I
together.
was a teenager back then. Full of rebellion. Every fiber of my being wanting to distance myself from my father.
Okay, so your father was like a cult
Joseph
member,
made
and
me
you're like
realize
a...
my sinful pride and showed me how I should follow my heart, regardless
You
of what
became a
others might
proper
think.
priest as opposed
And for
to
that,
what your dad was
I'm
doing.
eternally grateful.
I don't want to say proper priest, but if you catch my meaning.
Care to tell me the...
I'd be happy to.
Oh my god.
This church was founded by my father, William T. Price, in the 70s. Back then, he made his living as a traveling salesman and was driving through this area as he had done so many times before.
In the 70s?
However, this day was different. My father held dark thoughts in his mind. He was angry, thinking of evil deeds, even considering swerving off the road into a rock and ending it all. Then suddenly, divine intervention. 3 bright lights appeared. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. A sign of God.
Calm down.
This epiphany was the moment my father had been waiting for. He sold all of his belongings and took me and my brother to live with him here, in Conwell Springs. Soon thereafter, he built this church and started gathering followers.
Okay.
They began to refer to him as Father Bill.
I take it that window up there resembles what he saw when he had this epiphany?
Indeed, the stained glass window depicts the Holy Trinity, as witnessed by my father.
Do you know exactly when or where this event took place?
Why do you ask?
Oh, just curious. It's a captivating story.
Well, it was the spring of 1971, but my father never told anyone where.
Okay, so what happened then?
People flocked to Father Bill. He started teaching, writing scripture. The church flourished and continued to grow all the way up until his sudden death in 1983. That's when I stepped in to take leadership of the church.
But if you're a priest...
I take it that the church started declining after the death of Father Bill?
Yes, naturally.
You would be with
so.
the Catholic
With
Church.
such a magnetic personality, he was irreplaceable. But I assure you, the church is still very much thriving.
Looks kinda empty to me.
Well, what day is it?
It's not really our peak
Right.
hours.
What's up with you handing out pamphlets at funerals then? Trying to reel people in at a weak moment?
I'm going to assume you meant no disrespect, child.
Well, I don't
I'm
think
simply
handing
providing
out
divine guidance when it's needed the most.
pamphlets at a funeral doesn't seem very...
Do you know who...
I don't recognize that name, no.
Okay.
Does the name...
It does. Before I was ordained, I was a substitute teacher in her high school.
Really? Did you know her personally?
We weren't close. I only knew her as much as
I should
teacher
hope
would know
not.
any student.
Alright, So, how did she seem toward the end?
For one, she started skipping school a lot. And when she did show up, she was absent-minded and moody. She always looked depressed and hunched down like she had the whole world on her shoulders.
I mean, you were a teenager once.
Any idea of what caused this change?
Not a clue. All I know is, when she returned from that last summer break, she was a whole different person.
I mean, that's just being a teenager sometimes, you know what I mean?
Do you know anything about an art theft at the Wade estate in the 80s?
I have just a vague memory of reading about it in the paper.
Okay.
I could, but I think I'll keep it to myself for now.
Okay, so...
Do you know what this key opens?
I'm afraid not, my child.
Sounds like you do.
I don't need...
Okay. I wonder if we can show him this.
Father, do you know anything about this flower?
No, my child. Nothing at all.
Okay. You sound like you do.
That's all I need.
May the Lord shine...
Okay, stained glass window.
Impressive window. There's no doubt about it. Those are the smoky lights.
Oh my.
Locked.
Altar.
Locked.
Can I use this key?
Nope.
What about over here? Go on then. I don't remember that penny being anything myself. It said the years she was born. Kathy's 21 and it's supposed to be 95, so she was born, what, 70... Come on, baby. Or don't, you know.
It's an altar. You know, the place where they put the sacrificed goats, kids, and other crap.
Let's see. So she'd have to be, what, like 74? Okay, so we got that. We'll go here. Hi, honey. Let's see what we've got here.
That plant is...
No.
Hello, Sheriff. Mind if I ask you a few more questions?
If you must.
Do you know who...
Nope.
Okay.
I don't need to ask him that. Do you know anything about the art theft in the Wade estate?
Yes, Mr. Wade phoned ahead about that. Lenny!
Yes, boss?
Get the report from the burglary in the Wade estate back in '86?
On it, boss.
Cool.
There you go, Kathy.
Thanks, buddy.
No problem, pal. Okay, so we got that. Let's look. 86. The alarm in the Wade estate is triggered. House was empty at time. The neighbors contacted law enforcement. Several broken windows. Sweep of a... Franklin Goldfarb. Official statement. After examining the house, $15,000. The art in question was not yet properly in circles. Okay.
I gotta find this Goldfarb guy. Maybe he knows more about the burglary.
Okay.
Hey, Lenny.
Hello, Kathy.
What?
I think it's a nice enough...
I don't...
Oh, I didn't mean to hit that.
Does the name Franklin Goldfarb mean anything to you?
Sounds familiar, but I can't place him.
Okay.
Do you know?
Not really.
Nah.
Okay, so we got all that. Can I...
I probably...
Oh, that's right, because I took it out
Well,
of there.
gotta go.
See ya.
Let's talk to the sheriff real quick. Maybe we can ask Gold... That poor plant.
Hello, Sheriff. Does the name...
Never heard of him.
Okay.
That's all for now.
Good.
Pleasant. Okay, so I don't know what else we've got going. So we got the report, there's that at least. I guess we're gonna have to look up who Goldfarb is. And I don't know how to find any more bikes. Let's talk to him about the Goldfarb guy. Heyo.
I have some more.
Okay.
Do you know who Franklin Goldfarb is?
I'm not familiar with that name.
What about...
I don't need to.
Okay.
Thanks, Charles.
You're welcome.
Okay, so that didn't do shit, did it? Let's see. We'll go to talk to Grandma, I think, maybe? Because we can't really go into the city, because she said she was going to check on some of that other stuff tomorrow, wasn't she? I want to see. I'll go talk to Grandma, because that's the only thing I can think of. Let's look here.
No Goldfarb in here. Maybe he...
Okay, so we don't have anything there.
Nope, couldn't...
No Jimmy Cochran.
Nah, no.
Oh, no, got that. It's okay. Good. That's fine. So we got that. Goldfarb. Does everyone have the fucking same phone? Talk to Grandma real quick here.
There are a few things I...
Very well.
Okay.
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is? He was a friend of Grandpa's.
I believe he teaches at the flight school these days.
Oh, I'll have to call them then.
I don't think so, at least not anymore. I was told he was placed in a mental facility.
Really? He always struck me as a kind man. Maybe a bit nervous and on edge, but not crazy.
Well, there's more. I found out that Jimmy asked Grandpa for help not long before Grandpa ended up in that wheelchair. Jimmy sounded really desperate. I'm sure what happened to Grandpa that night had something to do with his cry for help.
You should go find the man then. Surely he must know something.
That's the plan. I just wondered if there's anything else you think I should know about him.
Not really. We haven't stayed in touch since Joseph was injured. I know that he had a wife, Agatha, and a son, James. Agatha passed away from cancer years ago, but as far as I know, James still lives in the city with his family.
Okay, thanks, Grandma. Does the name Franklin Goldfarb mean anything to you?
Oh, that poor man. He used to be an upstanding citizen, you know. Now he's constantly drinking and keeps babbling on about that imaginary acting career of his.
Oh.
Sad thing. Do you know where I can find him?
He's homeless, dear. Lost his job a few years ago and never really got back on his feet.
It's gotta be Goober then.
Okay, now I know who you're talking about. Thanks, Grandma. Looks like I'm gonna have to have a chat with Goober.
Okay. So we know that.
I don't see a reason.
Okay. So
See
we're
you later,
all
Grams.
good on that.
Take care, dear.
Okay, maybe she didn't write that down, but we did have there. And that's kind of weird. You can't go back to your what you call it, dorm room on your own. Okay. Let's talk to her.
I need a word, Miss Men.
Okay.
Wait, how do you know my name?
It's written on that board behind you, genius.
You have the eyesight of a bald eagle or something?
Yes.
What can I say? I'm a freak of nature. What happened to Goober, anyway?
Who?
The guy who had the seizure?
Oh, he ran off somewhere. Kept babbling about a religious near-death experience.
Oh, God.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, so we got that. So he's probably at the church. I'm guessing. How did I know? Bibbles.
I really shouldn't. They might burn. Hello again, Goober.
You again? Are you stalking me, girl? You pop up everywhere I go. I'll try to tone down the charm, but I can't promise anything.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Yeah, you're quite the charmer.
I know. I just said that, man.
Listen, I feel kind of bad about the electrocution.
Oh, that's what it was. What a cherry on top of my stellar performance.
He's not even mad about it.
Yeah, it was pretty convincing.
So what brings you to the house of God? Come to repent?
I'm afraid that ship has long since sailed, buddy. I had a few things I wanted to ask you about, though.
Shoot, Missy!
Okay.
I don't need to ask.
Okay.
I should probably confront him. Your real name is Franklin Goldfarb, right?
Oh, nobody calls me that.
Regardless, I know for a fact that you were a witness to a burglary a few years back at the Wade Estate.
Yeah, what about it?
Why don't you tell me what you saw exactly?
I heard the alarm go off, glass breaking, then I saw 3 guys running away, carrying a bunch of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
What did they look like?
It was dark, I don't know, they were definitely 3 big, bulky guys. They
what?
Oh, nothing, that's it. Didn't see anything else.
Bullshit, spit it out.
Well, one of those guys dropped his ring when running away. I sort of pawned it.
Okay.
A ring? What kind of ring?
Platinum with an inscription. 2 letters, B something. Man, I don't remember. My photographic memory stopped working in 1979.
Which pawn shop was that?
Pete's Pawning and Plumbing. It closed down a long time ago, though. Owner left town. There's a coffee shop back there now.
Too bad. Guess that's a dead end. Thanks anyway. Didn't I see 2 letters fitting that description recently? Not on a building. It was something small.
Is it on my...
Did the inscription on the ring look anything like this?
Wow, actually exactly like that.
Okay.
Any idea what BH stands for?
Beehive? Bet high? Big head?
Okay, so we gotta look into that.
Okay, that's all for now.
See ya!
My trusty Zippo. There's a crude inscription.
Wait.
BH, which is a mystery to me.
So the dad got the BH, the lighter. So he either got it from the pawn shop. Hey Moses, honey. You can come sit. You can sit on my lap. You're a good boy. I love you. Let's have him.
Do you recognize the acronym BH? It's on my father's lighter.
My guess would be the Black Hats, a local biker gang.
That's what it is. I remember that.
Of course. That makes sense. Thanks.
Okay.
I had some... What can you tell me about the Black Hats?
Not much. They used to stir up all sorts of trouble, but Truman kept them in check.
What about now? Are they still active?
I believe they are. Given the incompetence of Sheriff Boyks, I'm sure they're having a field day out there.
Do you know where I can find them?
Not exactly. They have a clubhouse somewhere outside of town, but that's all I know.
Okay, so that's something.
Thanks,
we
Charles.
have.
You're well.
Well, there we go. We have that. The Black Hats. That's right. I remember that a bit from the first time I played through this. Because that's why her dad had the lighter that said the BH. Okay. So... Because I know Kathy's dad is not a good guy, from what I remember, right? So... wonder if the sheriff can tell me anything about the black hats here. If I don't have to talk to him, I won't.
Hey,
Yes.
Lenny.
Hello, Kathy.
Okay.
What can you tell me about the black hats?
They've caused us trouble from time to time, but they've been kind of quiet lately.
Mm-hmm.
We put a few of their captains in the slammer over the years, but we never managed to find enough dirt on their leader. Bo Brunson. Big Bo.
Big Bo.
Do you know where I can find them?
Yeah, hold on. Let me just find a map.
Cool. That was easy enough.
Got it. Thanks.
New location added. Okay, cool.
Well,
see ya.
Okay, so we know that. Okay, so we have a new location where the black hats are. Their clubhouse. I can't believe we would just give that to you, but hey, I kind of remember this, so. I can't remember if Kathy's dad's alive or not.
Sweet butt incoming!
Hey.
Like hell I am. I'm nobody's property.
You sure? Doesn't she look like a sweet butt? I think she does.
Whoa.
Step off, creep.
Or what? You tell your daddy on me?
I might. So, both on the floor, you fucking pig. You think I need my daddy to kick your pathetic ass? You better learn quickly, asshole. Back the fuck off.
Or you'll be scraping your balls off the floor, you fucking pig.
Oh, I love it when they play hard to get.
Can I use...
Let go of me! God.
There you go.
What the hell's going on out here?
Nothing, Prez. Just having a bit of fun with this gash here.
Oh my god.
I suggest you leash that dog of yours.
For
Yikes.
fuck's sake, Prospect, not again. Get the hell out of here.
You're just a prospect, you're not
Sorry,
even a
boss,
proper...
I'll go.
Yikes.
He'll be disciplined for that.
I should hope
He better
so.
be. I take it you're Bo?
I am. And who are you, darling?
Kathy Rain.
Bullshit. She lives in the city with her deranged mother. Who are you really? Did the Vandals send you?
No, they didn't. I am Kathy Rain.
Prove it then.
Well, I would, but I left my ID back home.
That's convenient. I think I've wasted enough time with you.
Well,
I need to figure out some proof.
here, I've got your dad's lighter. I mean, that's...
This proof enough for you?
I'll be damned. That's Brian's lighter, all right. Sorry about the paranoia. We've had some problems with the Vandals lately.
I get it. Can't be too careful.
So, that's your ride out there. Corley Motors, right? 78?
76.
You got the same taste as your old man. He always rode Corleys.
Probably the only thing he and I have
Always
in common.
sucks when you have a bad relationship with
You
your
set up
dad,
those
and
mods
it's like
yourself?
just like your dad.
Looks custom made for your small frame.
Yeah, took some time to get the measurements right.
I imagine so. Girls like you don't often ride heavy bikes.
I'm not most girls.
Ain't that the truth? Most girls don't just waltz into places like this either.
I guess you'd know. Anyway, I had some questions for you in the club.
Go ahead then. Your old man was a good brother, so I'll indulge you.
Is he dead?
What can you tell me about the Black Hats?
Black Hats MC was founded in the 60s by my old man, my uncle, and 2 other local bikers. Conwell Springs is the mother chapter, and we have support clubs in 6 other locations across 3 states. There's a total of 16 members here, 12 patch, 4 prospects. I'm the acting president of this chapter as well as of the whole club. Have been for more than 15 years.
The law give you any trouble?
It used to be tough when your granddad was around. He and Truman ran a tight ship.
And now?
Now they try, but Boyks and the boy are a nuisance at best.
Okay.
Do you know anything about what happened to Joseph?
No, we had our differences, me and him, but that's a horrible fate for a man. I'd rather be dead than a vegetable.
So I take it you and him didn't get along.
No, I could write a book about that man. On one page I'd praise him, on the next I'd want to smash his skull in. He could be a real self-righteous prick when he wanted to, that's for sure. But everyone knew he was the real law around here. Truman was a tool. I respected Joseph, and he respected me, but he hated how Brian looked up to me. Joseph always blamed the club for the path Brian chose in life, even though it was just due to him being a shitty father.
You seriously thought Grandpa was a bad parent?
Everybody knew about it. People just tend to forget the bad qualities of men in wheelchairs.
It's not wrong.
Joseph wasn't a saint. He saw everything black and white. He was only kind to whomever he considered to be good by his narrow moral standards. The ones who wouldn't fit in that small mold didn't get any
I didn't mean to hit that.
What can you tell me about...
Do I look like a pious man to you? I've peed on churches.
Okay.
Do you know who Jimmy Cochran is?
No.
Okay, easy.
Do you know anything about Lily Myers?
Nothing that anyone else...
Okay, so...
Tell me, how long have you been the president of this club?
15 years now, give or take. VP for 10 before that.
Good. Then you can tell me why you stole Lily Myers' paintings from Charles Wade in '86.
I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but I'd recommend you be careful with wild accusations like that.
Oh, cut the bullcrap. I know.
Is that so?
I couldn't care less about ratting you out, Bo. I just need to know what you did with the art.
I have no intention of discussing...
Well, shit.
No, you... Alright,
Okay.
I'm gonna...
Right on. I have some business to take care of, but...
Thanks, Bo. See you around.
Okay. So that's all we've got here.
Hey, Brian's girl.
Yeah.
Yeah?
I overheard you. I'm Emmett.
Hey.
The boss man isn't usually that grumpy. He's got a lot on his mind.
Okay.
But I think I may know of a way to loosen him up.
I'm all ears, buddy.
Well, Bo and Brian are the double Bs, as we used to call them. They used to have this drink together. Brian came up with it. He called it a Bloodier Mary.
Sounds like my kind of drink.
Yeah, it's basically a Bloody Mary, but with pig blood instead of tomato juice.
I take that back.
Gross.
Gross.
I'm kidding. It's just a Bloody Mary, but with a special
Oh.
ingredient added to it.
If you say that special ingredient is blood, I will literally punch you.
No. Brian, it's probably something uncommon, like a rare herb or some kind of expensive spice.
It's probably that.
So let me guess. If I can produce this drink for Bo, you think he would help me out?
It'll make him remember Brian, which should go a long way. He hasn't had that drink since your old man disappeared. Brian was like a son to him. The boss would have... If you could recall the good times with your
I guess it could be worth a try.
You're Brian's kid. That means you're family. We take care of family.
I'm sorry, I'm just gonna get through
Well,
this real
how
quick.
was that drink compared with a regular Bloody Mary?
Tasted a bit more like pepper and had a punch to it. It usually gave some pretty nasty hangovers. Oh, if you had a lot of them, you'd hallucinate some crazy shit. Pretty wild.
Which is probably that.
Trippy. Thanks.
You're welcome, darling.
Which is probably...
It's a photocopy of a book. Here's an interesting segment. Another interesting trait of the red scythe is the smell, which is familiar to that of the pollen. The pollen of the plant has also been known to cause hallucinations in concentrated amounts. Native American tribes harvested and smoked the plant for that reason, but the flower never caught on as a modern recreational drug due to the difficulty of growing it.
So now we know. Hang on a minute. I want to ask him something. Maybe he knows what this is. I can't remember.
I don't need to
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so we obviously need to dig up that flower and bring it. Which I can do. Okay, so I use that.
Handy little Not sure. Sorry, endangered flower.
Oh, she just plucked it. Oh. Okay. I thought I had to dig it up, but I guess I'm wrong. Okay, so we don't even go back there. We'll go back here. That guy wasn't there before. That's what's his face, isn't it? Bartender.
Hey, bartender.
You need a blood?
No, this is some.
Afraid not. I can make you regular blood.
Maybe later.
All right then.
Hey, Bo. I have.
I'm listening.
Hey, Bo.
You ask weird.
All right, I'm.
Right.
Okay, so I gotta figure out a way to grind that thing up, don't I?
Impressive bar. I used to be a. Not sure where that leads.
Okay, so I need to grind that up, but I don't know how to.
100% country music. Whew, out of order, mate.
Okay, so we need to figure out a way to grind that up to put in there, right?
It's a specimen of that red scythe flower. Smells a bit like. It's the penny I found in the breed. Grandpa and me, we had this game where never in the attic though.
Okay. I'm gonna save here real quick. Again, just, oh, let's do it this way. Hang on. Because I want to try to get this day done before we get too far. If I can give it to him. Okay, so you don't have to grind it up. I'm wrong.
I'd like a Bloody Mary.
Coming right up.
Oh, and add this, will you? Just something I like for flavor. Put it in a blender.
Whatever you say.
Okay, so we got that. All done. Easy peasy.
One Bloody Mary. Enjoy.
I wish I liked those.
Thanks,
they
buddy.
always look so good, but I
The
am
club
not a...
will cover that, Jose.
Sure thing, VP.
Thanks again, Emmett.
You got it.
That was nice of him.
Hey, Bo. I've got something for you.
I recognize that smell. You found your dad's recipe.
Something like that.
Man, is this a trip down memory lane? I keep expecting Brian to walk in here any second. You know, all this nostalgia is making me remember how much I really owe your old man.
Yeah?
Yeah, so here's the deal. In '86, Carl, my VP at the time, came to me and said he had a job lined up for the club. Some guy had offered him good dough for stealing a bunch of paintings from a mansion. He needed 2 brothers for the job. I was busy with other things at the time, so I gave my permission as long as the club got the usual cut. He returned a week later with a nice wad of cash. I didn't realize it was Wade he had knocked off until I read the paper. If I had known that, I'd advised against it.
Okay.
Wade is a powerful man with friends in city council. There's no reason to piss him off.
Got it. So, what do you know about the guy who hired you for the job?
Not much. Carl said it was some bearded preacher.
Whoa, Isaac from the Church of the Holy Trinity?
Could be. I don't know who that is. It was a priest. I know that much.
Thanks, Bo. I'm gonna follow up on this right away.
Okay.
That's it? You're not gonna ask me about what happened to your old man? Not even curious?
I couldn't give 2 shits about that asshole.
Bullshit. Don't expect anyone to believe you're that angry with someone you don't give 2 shits about.
Either he's dead or he abandoned me. Do any of those options look appealing to you?
They don't, but you should know that no one from the club had anything to do with it. I meant it when I said Brian was a good brother. He had no enemies here. Not then, and not now.
Well.
Comforting to hear, Mr. President.
Shut up and listen, girl. I'm trying to tell you something. Brian used to talk about heading to Mexico, about riding off into the sunset and getting away from all his newfound responsibilities.
Which would be
And
Kathy.
I think part of him was serious. You deserve to know that there's a chance he's still out there somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. Let's hope that bastard is living it up somewhere.
In Mexico or some shit.
Just take care of yourself, you hear?
Yeah.
You too.
Okay. Outlaws bike. Oh, cool. So I did get a new bike unlocked. Okay. Cool, 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 cool. I was wondering when I'd get another bike unlocked. Let's see what that looks like here before we get too far. Cool. I kind of like Kathy's though, to be honest. Okay, that's cool. So we got something unlocked. Okay, so here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna save, because I'm not sure where we're at. Oops. Oh, help if I actually do this right. Save. Okay. So we'll leave that one off here, and then I will come to it at a later time and continue on with the story. This seems like a good place to stop. So for now, thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to chomp down on that like button if you did like it. Leave a comment down below with any other game suggestions that you'd like to see from me. Make sure to check out the Queer Liberation Library and consider joining your own local library if you have one available to you. Share this channel with your friends and subscribe to the channel if you have not done so already to see other videos that I've done. I will see you all for the next one.